It's Janine, your right executive, with the tips to help you learn, incorporate, and establish successful business practices. Let's get after it. Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Today is going to be a little longer than 2 minutes because I want to go over the top 5 that you need to have on your team if you're starting your business. Virtual assistants, doesn't matter. Any business that you're starting, I would suggest you have these top 5. They're not in any particular order. And I'm saying by the time you reach the 12-month mark of your business, you should have these 5 on your roster. So, in no particular order, number 1 is the attorney. I definitely have a lot of friends and family members that are attorneys, and they like to throw out these terms, the nuances of your contracts. And while I joke with them about it, I definitely understand how serious it is. If you've watched my other video, I discuss how having, the term independent contractor in your contract does not make you an independent contractor. So for that reason and just other reasons, I would suggest that you have an attorney, or at least speak with an attorney about your contracts for your clients and potential clients, about your contracts for your subcontractors, and just about the entity formation. I'm not saying you should or you need to have them on retainer, right? I'm just saying that at the very least, you should make sure that your business is protected. Number 2, an accountant, a certified public accountant. Again, I don't know if you want to use an accountant to file your taxes every year, but I definitely think that you should at the very least discuss your business entity, the formation, and the financial structure with an accountant. You don't have to take them on to do your taxes or your payroll or your bookkeeping for that matter. But I would strongly suggest that you speak to them for any suggestions that they might have. And if you are looking for one, you can definitely reach out to me. My accountant is tops. So she's amazing. So moving forward, next, and again, this is not in order of importance, you're going to need a cheerleader on your team. If you are starting your own business, let's make no mistake about it, you're going to need a cheerleader. You definitely need your people. It's a couple other people that you need on your team, but starting a business is hard. In ways that, for me anyway, I didn't expect, right? I think I'm a pretty strong girl. I'm very independent. I'm an introvert. I don't mind being by myself. And with all of those things, it was still really hard. There were some really hard days where it was like, you know what? When you get to that, sink or swim. You know what I mean? Like, this is everything. I'm going to sink or swim. Who are you calling? You know what I mean? I'll never forget, I called my brother, and I was, almost in tears. And I was like, am I being... It was like, am I being foolish? What? I feel this way. I'm ready to go down with it. You know what I mean? But am I being selfish? And it's a number of other factors, right, that were at play there. But at the end of the day, my brother was like, it was sink or swim, we in. And at that point, that's really all that I needed. So I'm just saying, get yourself a cheerleader, right? I'm not saying, please, don't have no money and put it all on a racehorse that is not well thought out and then say, Janine says sync. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you need somebody, you're going to need somebody that can remind you of your worth, that can remind you that tomorrow's another day, right? We live to fight another day. You need somebody that believes in your dream too. You know what I mean? It's not the only person that you check in with, right? It's not the only person, but it is somebody that you can check in with. When you lose a client, it may not be, your whole business is failing, but you know what? You kind of jammed that one up, and you lost a client, and they sent you, a nasty email, and they telling you that they going to tell everybody that, you jacked this up because you fell asleep at the wheel. And it's all true, but it doesn't mean that it's all over. You know what I mean? You might need to pick up and call somebody, I had a rough day today. I had a really rough day. And somebody that's still like, and tomorrow we back at it. That's all I'm saying. You're going to need a cheerleader. And I suggest you have one from the gate. You know what I mean? I could talk for years about that. A mentor. That's number 4. I would definitely suggest you get yourself a mentor, somebody that has walked the walk, someone who knows what it is to work with the people that you're looking to work with, someone who has experience, someone hopefully that can kind of steer you as well as, be a springboard for you. My very first real client was in fact a virtual assistant, and it was really, really amazing. My second real client, was also a virtual assistant, and while they were very different, they definitely both mentored me, and it was definitely an amazing experience. So I'm saying whatever business you're in, if you're a virtual assistant, get after it. If you're not, find someone else who has gone before you and that has the experience and that you trust, of course, right? And then lastly, I'm going to say a virtual assistant, because we're going back to my whole belief on this is that you have to plan for success. So maybe not, day one, but certainly I think before day 365, you're going to need help, because you need to build your systems. You need to document your processes. They will constantly need to be updated. You're going to have clients coming in at the same time. You need to learn how to scale. You need to outsource some stuff. And so within that 12 months, I'm going to say you're going to need to have a virtual assistant to take on some tasks. I'm not saying all, but I'm thinking within the 12-month period that you will. So those are my top 5, guys. Let me know your thoughts, feedback, comments, questions. I'm here to help, and have a wonderful day. Ow.